Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be getting ourselves another unbreaking tool, which is pretty cool. And we're also going to go to the end and kill ourselves a dragon. So I hope you guys come along for the journey, and I hope you're ready. Getting started today, we should probably get some automation going. That is going to be something that I want to work on. I'm thinking, oh, we got a little cat over here. The cat just got yeeted off of the island. That is super sad because right back here actually just dips off. So what I'm thinking about doing is hooking up into here. So this is a separate slot, I think. So maybe I want this to be the input. So all I need to do is get a pipe hooked up over here. So we'll just dig down, and I'm just going to run a little like trench. That's going to go down here. And then if we calculate, we need to travel all the way over here and then go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, and we should be able to make our way right into the bottom of this chest. I could though, however, instead of just going to the bottom of the well, you know what, the chest is fine. I think this will be actually okay. But what I need to do is definitely run this pipe through here. I love how we're going to be able to see some of the piping, even through like stuff like this. I don't know. I kind of like that. I kind of like seeing this pipe. And the reason I'm going with Buildcraft pipes is because of the aesthetics of them. They remind me so much of like the old school like Techic days. Like when modded really was first coming into itself, like really becoming popular, more mainstream. So this is kind of that thing. That piping system that everybody remembers is the good old Buildcraft. So why not use it? Why not use it? So I did make some gold pipes because I know that the pipes, the gold ones are a lot faster. And I am breaking this wood just because I think it's going to be better just to lay the pipe directly in the ground like this. So we are hiding some of it, right? We are going to hide some of this pipe. All right, right down here should be good. Yeah, just like this. Okay, so wooden pipe is going to be connected to the bottom of this. Just a regular wooden transport pipe. Below that, I'm going to probably just place this engine. I was thinking about placing it here, but if I place it right here, that should be good. We just need to put a lever on it. Just like that. Turn that on. Now items should be able to get pulled out. Let's turn this off so we don't get items spewing on the ground, because that's exactly what would happen. And then we're going to run some gold pipe. Actually, you know what? This does need to be on the side somehow. Otherwise, this is going to be out in the open. So we do need to clear this. And let's just go ahead and break this spot back here. And this is where our machine is going to go. That's going to pull everything out. How nice. Look at that. All right. And then as far as the lever goes, I do want to make sure to power the back and not actually power this hopper. So we need to make sure this goes directly back here. And I don't think it sends redstone signal. No. Okay, so it doesn't send redstone signal through itself. So I don't have to worry about this depowering because I've applied a redstone signal to it. Whew, because that could have been a pain. All right. So with all that, I can just fill this with cobblestone. No big deal. And let's go ahead and get our pipes lined in. So dropping straight down is just going to be gold pipes. And those can be routed all through this channel that I just made. Nice. Oh, was that it? Yeah, we already got items coming up. Oh, that's right. I didn't turn it off. Oof. My bad. Yeah, you can see the items are shooting out. We need to hurry up and get this set up so it doesn't do that. All right, so right here is where the items are going to come up. The particles on this, man, that does kind of get in the way a little bit, but oh well. Let's make sure that this is going to route where I want it to go. I love that we're going to be able to see the items though coming up through here. Let's go ahead and wrap around and make sure that the items are going in. They are perfect. So that's going to be perfect. Let's go ahead and fill this back in. Just like so. I feel like I'm missing some wood. I am. Just like that. And we're looking pretty good. Throw in some of this treated over here. All right, and there's our piping system that is connected to this. So it should automatically be routing those items that get that we put in this chest. So pretty much This is now somewhat automated, and right here is where our outputs are going to be. Now, the only thing I could do to make this even better is to hook an input that is going to input into our network and just have it hooked to this chest, technically. That is something that I could do. Or we can switch over to Ender chests. I think Ender chests are a thing. Oh, we have, I almost forgot about that. We do have Ender utilities in this. So yes, I think I want to go after the dragon today. That is something we can definitely probably do. Which could be interesting. So if we're going to take on the dragon, we are going to need a better weapon. And I think I have the best weapon in mind, at least as far as this pack goes. One that is, one, unbreaking, and other, incredibly fast and pretty damaging. Let's just put it that way. So what I have in mind is a manual knife blade, a cobalt knife blade, a bone knife blade, and a paper knife blade. Yes. Now, prismarine is something that I'd probably use prismarine instead of the bone. But here's the problem with prismarine. I don't have any. So with me not having any, that's going to be a problem. Now, the reason I'm using paper is because that's going to be super important. For one, getting ourselves the unbreaking. The paper knife blade gives us writable, which is going to give us 5 modifiers. You get 4 by default, I believe. This is going to get us 5. If not, we can always level this thing up. But I'm pretty sure by default that we can make this thing unbreakable. I don't think anything has been changed there. We're going to find out, though, when we go to build this thing. But even if that's the case, I think having 2 pieces of paper would, even if we start off with 3, making that 4, having 2 pieces of paper would still leave us with a pretty decent tool. And I think that would also give us another modifier having 2 paper parts. So we're going to find that out. Right here, what I'm doing is I'm combining cobalt and aridite together. We got a cat over here. Oh, did not mean to do that. Let's turn this off, because I actually don't want an aridite piece, but we should be able to smelt the aridite back down. I forgot to turn that off. And I'm also going to need another piece of cobalt, so I might as well get that cooking in there as well. Because I want 1 piece to be cobalt. Cobalt's going to give us a speed. You can see the lightweight modifier right there for projectiles. Right here we have the projectile, which is cold, or the extra, which is cold-blooded. We're going to deal more damage to fully healed targets. And then over here is fractured. So what fractured is going to do is going to give us some bonus damage on top of everything else. And then of course paper just gives us a modifier. It's really kind of useless other than that. All right, so now that we have this, let's hurry up and get this going. This is almost there. I'm kind of like, I think Tinker's is kind of like going on its wayside, as we're not really using it as much. There's still stuff we need to use it for, but we're just not using it as much. So right here is, we're casting this out. It's going to get that. Let's go ahead and make our paper knife part. So knife blade part. We can also do our bone blade part here. That cat is dying. I have no idea what's going on right now. Oh my gosh, the sounds. All right, and we should now have our manulin and our cobalt piece. So if we throw this in, all like this, you can see we get our attack. I don't think messing or like moving these around change anything. I know sometimes people will say, oh, blah, 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 that moving your parts around changes the durability, changes things. Like, it's still 56. Like, nothing is changing no matter where we put the parts. And you can see we have 5 modifiers. So that means immediately we can make this thing unbreaking. But I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that just yet. And the attack damage is 5? That's pretty nice. Like, this is a pretty nice tool overall, I think. All right, so how do I want to set this up? I think, you know, maybe it's just basically choosing your colors, right? I'm kind of going with this, and we have a bonus speed of 10. That's kind of nice. So here's our part, right? Now, I don't want to make it unbreakable right away. What I recommend, maybe knocking this thing down to its last durability. And the reason you want to have a little bit of durability loss on it is so that way you can pick these up, because these are a pain. If you have an entire base full of them from you spamming them and you can't pick them up, it is kind of annoying. So we're going to get this all the way down to 1 left. So 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we're all the way down to 1. We don't get any bonus for doing this, but if you were using Prismarine, you totally would. So if you had Prismarine, get it down to 1 durability. It's going to help boost everything. And then what we want to do is we want to just go ahead and make our reinforcement modifiers and make this an Unbreakable Shuriken. And this thing's actually kind of fast. Now we only need 5 of these. So there we go. And then we can just combine this. Let's use all those slots. And we're going to make this bad boy unbreakable. That's right. But it's unbreakable, but we can still pick up our shurikens over here. Or at least I thought we could. Oh, apparently not. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. Oh, yeah, we can. So as you can see, we can pick these up. These are from the other one before we made it unbreakable. So, yeah. That's important because I like being able to pick those back up. So we don't have those like little particles all over the place. So I do need myself some ender pearls, and getting those ender pearls, well, that's going to be a thing in itself. So to do that, I might utilize this mob crusher. Now I am going to need some, let's see, industrial foregoing range upgrades. So let's like do this range upgrade, which adds +2, which should be a pretty decent size. And then as far as a generator goes, I'm going to grab one of these extra generators that I made. These are just simple combustion generators. They really don't require too much, but it should be enough power to get us started. And we could probably use like a pipe. Is there item? Let's see, item transfer. I think Cyclic has a way to do this. And it's actually pretty fast. They have really fast power. So here, yeah, an item extraction cable. That's going to require just a few things I don't really have at the moment. Like nuggets are still like a pain to get. There's still like a weird thing you have to obtain. All right. So for that, I guess we'll go build craft. Probably throw in another engine here. And we'll just get a wooden extraction pipe. And how about a golden transport pipe and get a chest. Right? That's just really simple. And I'm not going to worry about the essence just yet because I want to build a better mob farm than the one that's over here. So right here, I still have this mob farm. I think I'm going to eventually just tear this one down. And I want to build one off the edge of my island. Just enough to get us some resources. I would do the one that's above, but you don't have a good chance of getting Enderman that way. And I kind of want to get myself Enderman. So where to place this? Well, I think like right here is a good place. Place that just like so. And let's give it a little bit of power by slapping this on here, giving it some wood in there to give it some power. Now, as of right now, it doesn't have any range. So now it'll have some range. If I show the working area, it's right here. It's not very large. So that's going to kind of be a little unfortunate. But let's see. That should be good, though. That should be good enough. I know stuff likes to congregate. But yeah, that should be decent. Let's go over here and just see if mobs are going to even spawn. Like during the day, it's probably not going to be the best thing in the world. So mobs did spawn. You can see something did die right there. We do have like a couple skeletons that are dying. And yeah, we got a little bit of essence, a little bit of this. They're going to kind of walk. Now we can use fans. That's probably what I'm going to run back, and I'm going to grab some cheap fans to hook onto this thing. We can go ahead and use this. I don't have a lever on me, so I definitely do need to run back. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to run back, get those items that I need. Definitely can't reach them here. And hopefully we can get some ender pearls flowing in. That would be really nice. Let's get some materials that we can use to push these mobs into the center. So I got some fans made. They were actually fairly cheap to make, which I really like. Of course, I can definitely appreciate that. And where to put them? Well, right here would be a great place to put them. I don't think they let light in. Of course, we're going to find out when we go to place them. So if I place one here, and then on the other side, place one. Yeah, they don't let light in from what it looks like. If I hit F7, I can make sure. Yep, F7, no lights let in. Perfect. We can slap the levers on here. That should push stuff. Not super far. I think we can show the area. Yeah, and it pushes it just far enough. That's perfect. That is going to work perfectly for this just little mob farm. It's like it's nothing here. And we built this so long ago, and here we are repurposing this thing. making sure it's not going to waste, right? All right, so with that, this is running. Slap this on here, and that should start extracting the items out. Look at that. We got some shadow fragments we're even building from this. There goes an item. And this should be able to maintain no problem. Look at that. We've even got like enough power built up in here because this thing's just not really running. So as far as everything else goes, I think that we're far enough away from places so things aren't spawning. So me standing or flying over here should be far enough away. We can definitely hit F7 to make sure, but I think that things definitely should spawn in there. We're just going to have to give it some time. So I did just a tiny bit of AFKing, and it actually turned out pretty good. We actually got quite a bit of Ender dust, which is perfect because that's what we're going to need to get into Ender Portal in the first place. As far as essence, though, I could be collecting this stuff and using it later on, but I think what we're going to do is probably create a better system than this, somewhere closer to our base. So that way, you know, because I've already lit up all the areas around our base. So we could probably create a mob farm that actually might be under our base. So long as it's roughly 24 blocks or so below where we're actually working on stuff, we'll probably have a nice mob farm. So that's actually a pretty decent idea, and we can have it all working with this mob crusher. Not only that, this mob crusher could then be used to generate particular types of mobs that we want using some of the other methods that Industrial Foregoing has. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't know why death compasses was something that I got. Because as you can see, they have no like location on them. They were just dropped from something. Something is dropping these death compasses. I have no idea why. This is given to player after death to find last death location. And as you can see, there's no death location, right? I don't even know what it's pointing to. It's pointing to something. Maybe it's just being a normal compass, to be honest. That's probably what it's doing. Because it definitely doesn't have a coordinate attached to it. That's kind of cool. I didn't actually know that that was a drop that dropped from these things. Ooh, we did get a Depths Ghoul head. Wow, that was actually kind of cool. You know what's crazy? I don't remember making a mob farm in SevTech when I played it originally. So being able to make a mob farm here is going to be kind of cool. Look, we got a Darkstone sword. I don't even know what some of these drops do. Now, the shadow gems are going to be pretty useful. Like, I think these have a good use later on. And we can also use a mob farm like this to farm souls for blood magic. There's a lot of cool things we can do with mob farms. And I'm super glad that this is something that we can do because it's a skyblock. So this is the place. This is the place to be. This is where it's popping. Let's go ahead and hop in here. Oh yeah, as you can see, let's go ahead and get in here and just break this spawner. First things first. Get rid of the spawner. Get rid of this corallium guy. Wow, this is a rather healthy looking space. How are you doing, man? He's just chilling. Okay, he's gone now. What is all in here? This is dark. Oh, dark cobblestone. Okay, looks pretty cool. All right, so we should be just about ready. Let's go ahead and light this thing up. Oh boy. Yep, we're doing this. We are doing this. All right, all we got to do now is jump in and wish for the best. Let's do this. Okay, so it's pretty much a normal end. Okay, this is better than I expected. Oh, because there's Endermen. We could like farm Endermen here. Nice. By the way, these should be able to break those. So let's go ahead and get those broke. There we go. This will like be like one of the fastest dragon kills you've ever seen. It's, yeah, pretty ridiculous. However, I do also need to make sure that this dragon still spits out some fire because I will need that. And let's go ahead and harvest all this. I'll actually take this because this is not the funnest stuff to make. All right, there it goes. It hit me. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Yep, we're getting dragon's breath. Awesome. That's exactly what I needed, was a bunch of dragon's breath. Same for this. All right, it hit me. Let's pick up that dragon's breath. Perfect. There we go. All right, all of these pillars are broken. I think we have a little bit of Dragon's Breath. I think this can be used for some stuff. And we can always respawn the dragon. Ah, there's still another pillar. All right. So this will be the last bit. There we go. And all right, he's not wanting to play. All right, when he comes back around, he's definitely dead. All right, here we go. Let's glitch him out. Yep, and we're glitching him out. This is how you do it. There we go. And that was a glitched out dragon. And he dropped a whole bunch of stuff, so we definitely need to get rid of these guys, first of all. And then we can go pick up all of our stuff. Look how cute these guys are. Look how cute he is. No, they're not cute at all. All right, let's pick up all of our levels. I want to avoid as much damage because I don't want to take damage to my robe. That's allowing me to fly. Because repairing it is not as simple. All right, there we go. Perfect. And now we have access to Ender Pearls or Ender Dust, really. Does that teleport us? Did I just get teleported in this stuff? What is this? What is this stuff? It's teleporting me. All right. Good. It didn't land where... Okay, it didn't land where I thought it could have landed. I've had it land like right here on the portal, and when it does that, oh, that is a nightmare. That is a nightmare. Because if it lands in there, it falls right into spawn, and then we have to hope that it's in spawn. In this case, I can just collect it and call it a day. Wow, I didn't get the achievement for that. All right, so I grabbed a few of those. That should be all we need for right now. Let's raid this bad boy. So a good thing is we can ore excavate. So let's do that. There should be some chests in here that should have some good loot in them. I'm going to go ahead and clear this. And also prepare myself for some battles with the shulkers. There we go. Nice. And yeah, we have some farming to do. Now, did this one have... No, this one did not have a boat. Interesting. Because I was wondering about getting the elytra. Huh, this one actually doesn't have the boat. But this one should have the loot. And that's what it's all about, right? Getting the loot. So here's some chests, which is kind of nice to find. But as you can see, yeah, there's no loot in them. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. So yeah, this is another big island here and no elytra. Interesting. I don't know if that's like something that's common. Maybe we just haven't found it yet. I'm going to keep looking. Yeah, this one definitely doesn't have one. There's another one over here, so hopefully this one will have the boat tower maybe. Yeah, it definitely has the little line there. Oh, there's the boat. Yep, this one definitely has a boat. And hopefully there's an actual elytra in there. But I doubt the chests are going to have anything in them. I'm almost positive they're probably not. Let's hop down here. Could be wrong. There could, yeah. Okay. So yeah, there is elytra. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I didn't realize this was like solid. Wow, this guy's teleporting all over the place. Okay, the elytra just popped off. We didn't get the advancement for the elytra. That's because it didn't technically count as us killing the dragon, which is kind of weird, but still. Let's go ahead and claim our head. I'm going to stand right here so we don't get attacked. Claim our head. Oh, wow. And we should be good, hopefully. Hopefully, if we can claim the head. Come on now. Any moment. And voila. Whew. All right. So I think that's enough for right now. We should be able to definitely head back. I'm going to grab a little bit of instone. Just a little bit. There we go. And now I'm going to die of hunger. Perfect. Because I don't think I brought any food. And we should be good to head back. Oh my gosh, I'm going to die of hunger. That is not good. Oh, almost forgot. We could probably eat some coarse fruit. And teleport all over the place while we do. That works. So definitely some stuff I also need to grab is some of this biotite. I think this spawned in after defeating the dragon. I think there's a chance. Or it might actually be here already. But I thought I remember Like your island can become like covered in this stuff if you kill the dragon over and over and over again. Like the whole island just becomes this stuff. I don't know if that's still a thing. All right, so yeah, now that we have this, I think we can go back and kind of have some fun and see what other stuff we can do. So one of the steps on the list actually requires our arc furnace. So I'm so glad we got this. We were going to need it anyways to make the enhanced ender alloy. To do this, we need to actually craft an ender or an eye of ender with 8 chorus fruit. And that should get us. So like if we have an eye of ender and we have 8 chorus fruit, this should process up and alloy with this. You can see it's going there. I know I have other stuff going in there, but there we go. And there goes 4 alloy. Very nice. So that's one of the goals. And we need to use that to get into the ender crafter. This right here. So we need an ender crafter, and then we're also going to need the ender alternators. Yeah, alternators. You could get away with just one of these, so one each. You just need an ender crafter and then one alternator. But if the more of these you have, the faster the crafts will go. And you can see right here is the list of some of the crafts, and one, for example, is the NASA workbench, which is the workbench we're actually going to need whenever we go to get into Galacticraft. I'm not getting into it just yet, as there's still some other stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this chapter to get into that we haven't even touched yet. That includes like cyclic and stuff that's not even mentioned in the list that we can get into and get some things going that will help us later on potentially. And yeah, I think age 5 is where I got to, but I don't remember age 5. I don't even think age 5 existed. I don't remember. This pack was not completed when I played Sky Factory, like the original. So I remember being in, I think, age 5. And there was, I don't think this progression line led me to making a rocket ship and going to the moon, even though I think I did go to the moon, come to think of it. And then I think that was it. Like there was some other quests, but getting into the next age, I think age 5 just wasn't done yet. So it's pretty cool. I'm kind of excited to see what this pack brings me. So of course, as always, I want to give a huge shout out to one of my patrons, and that is going to Dark Mystery. Thank you so much for being a Patreon. And thanks to all the Patreons, by the way. You guys are absolutely amazing. And here recently, I've definitely seen a nice little growth in the Patreon, which is super awesome. Be sure also to check out those Discord perks that you get. We do have sub-servers that are open right now. And we actually had a sub-server just open. So a fresh new server. So for you guys to play on. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, of course, today's episode. If you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.